Good morning, house lovers, and welcome to the fabulous Bonaccord house, which you can see behind me. And today, house lovers, you can't see, but it's chimney day. There is our sole remaining chimney. Let's go and investigate. Yes, house lovers, our chimney sweep is coming today. Matt, who is the handsomest, most well-dressed chimney sweep in the southern hemisphere, I feel. So let's go and have a look at our chimneys and just have a chat about what needs to be done. Yes, house lovers, it is time for us to consider the health and wellness of our chimneys, because today is chimney day as opposed to leg day. And this week, the lovely Matt came to look at our chimneys, and this is what he had to say. House lovers, here we are, Matt the chimney sweep, and I was too embarrassed to call you a chimney sweep. Is that how you like to be referred to as?
I think that's appropriate. Most people can identify with a chimney sweep and what they do. There's some, I guess, comedy associated with it as well. But, you know, practically speaking, it's a very important function that you need to do. You do need to get your chimneys cleaned regularly. Yeah.
So one of the reasons Matt is here today is because we are just getting to that pointy end of looking at the engineering in the roof, and this chimney has been cut off at roof level, so there's sort of weird questions. So we wanted to get Matt to come along and clean them, but also have a look at what might be going on. So what are some of the things in a house of this age you should consider at this renovation stage? Yeah. What are the kind of things that you come up with?
Yeah, I suppose you need to think about how you're going to live. It's good certainly to get the chimneys clean, but there's some practicalities with having a chimney that you need to be aware of. They are, I guess, inherently dirty. They're labour intensive as well, and you do need to get them maintained. But
you're not putting me off though, man.
Yeah, no, that's fine. There's nothing like coming home from a week of hard work and lighting the fire and having a glass of wine or listening to music.
Yeah.
It's just so much better than just watching TV.
I'm there. Now, one of the things that Matt noticed in here, what did you find lurking in the chimney breast?
Well, look, you've got a house at this age. We're in a house that's how old? Like 100 years old?
1874.
Wow, okay. You just don't know what's in there really. And if you're going to be lighting it up, you just need to be sure.
There's no bodies up there.
Yeah. So, well.
Have you found skeletons? I mean, not human, obviously.
No, I found animals up there, for sure. Live animals as well, dead animals as well. So yeah. But you get anything up there. But with this particular chimney, what I do, I come in and I look, and the house is 120 plus years old, 140 years old. You just don't know what sort of condition that the chimney is in.
Yeah.
It could be capped at the top, and it probably would be. So by lighting a fire with a capped chimney, you're just going to smack the whole place out.
Yeah. So
you know that's the most obvious thing. But generally speaking, they kind of knew what they were doing in the olden days. They really built chimneys well.
In terms of the drawing capacity.
Yeah. And just the workmanship around it as well was fine. So if it was designed to work 100 plus years ago, the chances are it's probably going to be up to the task, but there's certain things that you do need to do. So what we noticed with this chimney when we looked in was that there was a pipe there, and it turned out to be asbestos. So that needs to be dealt with before we can actually get in there.
And you might remember that we have had the asbestos boys through before, and in fact they're coming this afternoon so we can get them to have a look. Right. But so I wouldn't have thought to even imagine that'd be the asbestos piping in the old chimney, so that's curious to know. Why would it have been there?
Well, usually these fireplaces have got another side to them, so often it's not uncommon to have a fireplace that's back to back.
Yeah.
Essentially using the one common chimney, but it's got two discrete chambers within. In this particular case, there's a wall behind here, and that pipe would have been used perhaps to ventilate a stove or potentially a gas stove out there by making use of the existing chimney.
There we go. Well, thanks, Matt.
My pleasure.
Matt is coming next week to do the big clean. We might come and see what comes out. Yeah. Because I have been finding amazing things behind the mantelpieces, so maybe there'll be amazing things up them as well.
Yeah.
Thanks,
good.
Matt.
My pleasure. Thanks, Matthew.
Thank you, Matt. Isn't he fantastic? And I learned so much. And it just goes to show that it's always important to know what lies beneath, above, under, and inside your chimneys. And you know what? There was so much there that I feel that this is going to have to be a two-part chimney special. So tune in next week, because I will do a little bit more about our chimneys and what Matt discovered, what he did, and what we might be doing or not doing. Thank you for watching our chimney special, episode 1. Do tune in for episode 2, One Long Hot Summer. I am going to resist the urge to sing chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo, because that would be cheap. I hope that has given you some food for thought about your own chimneys and what you may or may not do. But first thing is get them cleaned and checked to make sure that they are okay. Thank you for watching. Do feel free to subscribe, to like, to leave a comment, to ask something which I won't be able to answer because I am a mere amateur struggling my way through the path of renovation and restoration here in Melbourne. But I will do my best. Take care wherever you are, and I will see you next week.